need that. You're so annoying, I screamed. I pushed him off the calculator, grabbed his arm, and shoved him out of my room. I locked the door and tried to continue studying. A few minutes later, both my mom and dad banged on my door. Sarah, this is unacceptable. How could you treat your brother so horribly? Open the door, said my dad. I opened the door. I was trying to study and he threw my calculator on the floor. I had to put him outside so I could continue working, I told them. You are a terrible sister and the worst example for Roy. I'm sure he was only trying to help. You're grounded, and I'm taking away your phone for a month, my mother screamed. It was no use replying. They had done this to me countless times. I never understood why they cared about Roy so much, but treated me like I was nothing. The next day after school, I went to my robotics meeting feeling depressed. My closest friend, Brian, noticed right away. Why are you looking so sad? He asked. I explained the situation with my parents and told him how I felt, that they'd never appreciate or care about me. I have an idea, said Brian. What? I replied. Sometimes when my mom makes me angry, I leave home and I don't come back for a few hours. When I come back, she practically worships me. The trick is to make your parents very worried, he said. If I left the house, my parents wouldn't care. Trust me. They probably wouldn't even care if I got kidnapped. I sighed. Hey, now that's a brilliant idea. Why don't we fake your kidnapping? My brother and his friends could help. We just need to have a plan. Brian's eyes lit up as he spoke. He loved solving problems. Well, I suppose I could give it a shot, I said. That afternoon, we went to meet his brother's friends at his house around the block. They all stood around the front porch drinking and smoking. They definitely didn't look like my typical crowd. I felt a bit scared. Are you sure this is a good idea? I asked Brian. Don't worry, he replied. Is my brother around? He asked one of the guys. They invited us inside where Brian's brother was waiting. Hi, I'm Eli, he said, and this is Alan. He pointed to a guy who was sitting nearby. He made eye contact, and I quickly looked away because he made me nervous. Anyway, Brian explained his idea. Eli spoke to a few of his friends, and they all agreed that they could pull it off. All decided that it all happened in a flash. We were all seated around the dinner table. Roy was served first, and he was given the best of everything. Can I have some more chicken? I asked. No, Roy might want another piece. Stop being selfish, my mom replied. But there are 4 pieces left, I replied. Suddenly, we heard a crash in the living room. 4 masked men with guns walked into the dining room. Nobody move, one of them shouted, and I recognized his voice as Eli's. They tied my family to their chairs. My mom was crying and my little brother was screaming. My father looked angry. Look, just take whatever you want, but please don't hurt us. My money is in my briefcase